In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the future of Roblox anime games and the importance of Deepwoken. If you aren't familiar with Deepwoken, then don't worry, I will explain that later. For now though, let's discuss some upcoming anime games and updates that will be happening soon for already established games. A lot of people think that the anime gaming community has been getting pretty dry recently due to the lack of big releases and the fact that most people are fixated on the release of hugely anticipated projects like Deepwoken, Project Slayers, and Anime Legends. Occasionally, a new game will get a release and it will get some pretty good turnout, but overall, I think a lot of people are most excited for the big titles that are set for summer release. Outside of those games though, many people are also patiently waiting for big updates like Grand Prix Online Update 4 and the upcoming Blox Fruits Update 15. Both of these updates are expected to bring a lot of new content to both games, so the amount of hype is definitely justified. There are a lot of One Piece games in development also, and it seems like the popularization of GPO only helped to boost the trend of new One Piece games. Note that many of these games were in development before GPO, so the One Piece game trend was already pretty popular before the release of Grand Prix Online. I'm honestly pretty excited for a lot of these games, but the main ones that I'm keeping an eye on being Pirates Destiny and Destiny Piece. Other games that you can expect to see dominating the Roblox anime game space are of course non-One Piece games like Project Slayers and Anime Legends. Its release date has not been clarified for either games to my knowledge. This all seems great, and admittedly a rise in content is overall great for players and helps to keep the community engaged and alive. However, I also feel as though I would be being blindly optimistic if I chose to completely ignore the looming threat of things like copyright and oversaturation. I know I just used some pretty big words, so let me clarify what I mean. I'm sure we all know what copyright is, but when it comes to things like oversaturation, what I mean is that as more games fill the Roblox space, the player base becomes more divided. This can lead to some games getting much less attention and bigger games that are already established having a monopoly on the player base. Ultimately, this can hurt the genre as it can lead to projects being burnt out due to lack of players or growth. This though shouldn't happen if all goes well, and the market shouldn't end up being oversaturated, but should rather just end up with a healthy selection of games for players to choose from. It's at this point in the video where a good understanding of Deepwoken becomes necessary to truly understand a lot of things I'm talking about. So let me tell you a little bit about what Deepwoken is. So Deepwoken is a highly anticipated Roblox MMORPG style game that many in the anime game community are excited for. The game is set for a summer release, and not much is known about the game due to the secrecy of the devs. However, from the stuff that we've seen sneak peeked, we can assume that it is a completely original idea with a unique core gameplay and interesting PvP and exploration systems. This is another reason why original concepts like Deepwoken are important, since they don't have to compete in the same way mainstream anime games do, since they aren't parodying an already established franchise. I mean hell, Deepwoken is going to have its own original soundtrack. I can't wait for this, and I'm sure the devs are enjoying the amount of creative freedom they'll have on the game. Furthermore, Deepwoken may finally break free of the bandit beater trope, since they are already distancing themselves from typical game styles, and Ragusa has a background in working on games like Rogue Lineage, which definitely aren't bandit beaters, and have a very unique leveling and progression system. To get back to the main topic of the video though, I do not think the overall style of mainstream anime games will change at a gameplay level on Roblox. The bandit beater trope is as old as the anime game genre itself, and I really don't see it getting replaced like that. That's not to say all anime games will always be the same, and I do feel like games like Grand Prix Online are inspiring devs to make more creative and ambitious decisions when it comes to making their own game the best it can be. Obviously though, in this context, change will be consistent as change is inevitable, but whether we will see this drastic shift in key gameplay mechanics is unlikely. And we can only wait and see how this turns out, as believe it or not, I cannot tell the future. The future is unknown, and ultimately we will have to wait and see what happens. Hey, maybe there could even be a huge shift in terms of funding and large studios might get involved. I mean, there is definitely money to be made on Roblox, so it would be really cool if perhaps in the distant future we'll have an official anime game on Roblox. In the meantime though, just sit back and enjoy the promising projects that are set for summer release and beyond. And with that, we've reached the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. I'm trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so I'd really appreciate it if you would help me reach that milestone. And as always, I try and keep my videos an open discussion, so leave a comment down below sharing your thoughts on the topic. I hope you're having a great day, evening, whatever time it is, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye guys.